This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
And a very pleasant good evening, everybody. We welcome you to Preston High School and tonight's game as the Preston Indians play their first home game of the year as they welcome in the Jerome Tigers here to Preston High School here tonight. So tonight the Indians come home after losing their first game of the year, losers to Logan High School, and John Savage, John Slaughter, who joins me on the program. I did it again. Joins me on the broadcast here tonight. All in all, it wasn't a bad performance considering Logan had played 2 games previous to the game against Preston.
Exactly, and Preston showed some promise. They showed some first game jitters. There were a lot of things you can count into the factor of the game last week. Tonight, they have another tough competition. Jerome Tigers is no slouch. They're going to have to build each week, get stronger each week, and I really think that they have the core to do it.
Yeah, exactly. The offense actually performed surprisingly well. Of course, they were led offensively on the ground by Andrew Iverson, who rushed for 88 yards on 19 carries. But the big number that jumps off the stat sheet at you has to be the Ty Hyde. Managed to throw for 400 yards, a new career high for him.
Yeah, he actually does. He's got a great arm. There's no doubt about that. And his receivers, he's got 2 or 3 really good receivers. But the thing of it is just connecting on the pitch catch thing. If the receivers can catch his ball, because he throws hard. We saw a couple of passes thrown last week that were just bullets. It was almost impossible to hold on to. But it's going to take some timing and it's going to take some finesse out of Ty tonight. And I think we can get the offense moving this week.
One of the biggest surprises offensively was somebody playing his first varsity game at the wideout spot, and that was the speed shown by Cole Harris on the touchdown pass from Ty.
Exactly. You know, he came in, I think it was second half. It was like the third quarter, I think we saw him come in, and he has got some great speed, and his hands were tremendous last week.
And from talking to Ty this week at practice one day, come to find out, and he told me, he said, I never knew my cousin had that much speed. So apparently Cole Harris is Ty's cousin. So look for that connection to continue to grow.
Oh yeah, that it's always fun to build up the family or whatever the case is. But the thing of it is Ty has, if he can get the receiving core, because he's not the fastest quarterback we've had in Preston High School, but he is definitely a talented young man. And if he can get his receiving core going, that's going to be a plus.
So if you go back to last year, Preston's now lost 3 games in a row. They'll look to snap that here tonight in a game against the Jerome Tigers. And Jerome comes in after a big win last week to open up their season.
Yeah, if you look on paper, Jerome, like I say, Preston's going to have their hands full tonight. Their defense, they shut out Burley last week with 41 offensive points and allowed nothing on defense. We're going to have to play probably a lot of zone or a good man-to-man coverage against that, because they've got some great receivers. Number 25, Eliason, he's fast, he's good, and he has a connection with the quarterback.
Right.
Very, very well.
And of course, you're talking about Jerome Wallace. No, I take that back. Dalen Thompson, you're talking about the quarterback who threw for 154 yards last week, a couple of touchdowns, but also threw for a pair of interceptions as well. So, the turnover bug bit Jerome as well, but they were able to pick up a win in their first game. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll spend a few minutes with head coach Eric Thorson. We'll do all that as we continue right after this on the Preston Indians pregame show.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap, drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Kasasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Kasasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
If you're in the empty nester stage of life, preparing for retirement, or considering downsizing, let me suggest you consider Blue Sage Park as your new home.
This all-new community for over 55 active adults is now under construction by Ralph's Construction, the builders of many fine custom homes in Franklin County. That same quality is going into the new homes at Blue Sage Park.
Choose from 3 plans, each with over 1,400 square feet of living space on one level with a 2 or 3 car garage, 2 bedrooms, and lots of special features. These beautiful new 2-bedroom homes include large marble showers, vaulted ceilings, gas fireplaces, a park and green space for family fun, and large closets with custom organizers. Larry and Cody Ralphs are building this community for the over 55 age group with no steps, no maintenance, and a beautiful home that you own.
The first model is nearing completion, and you'll soon be able to see it for yourself. Blue Sage Park, now being built for your future at 3rd East and 3rd North in Preston.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
Why do I drink milk?
Milk rehydrates my body after I work out.
Milk has the protein I need to build muscle.
Milk helps me maintain a lean body mass.
Milk helps my muscles recover and stay strong.
Milk has the carbohydrates I need to re-energize.
Milk replaces important electrolytes that I lose when I sweat.
As an athlete at Boise State,
I learned that every sip
is a victory.
What do you drink?
What do you drink?
What do you drink?
Milk Victory. Brought to you by United Dairymen of Idaho.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. It's been a couple of minutes with head coach Eric Thorson here before the game against Jerome. You know, we looked back at the game last week against, and it was kind of pretty much as we expect because they were a little bit more polished than Preston was going into the first game, and they looked really a lot more in rhythm.
Yeah, that's what I expected from them, and we tried everything we could to try and catch up to speed. There's obviously tweaks and things that you don't know until you get out in a real game, and they had the chance to fix those. But no, I think hats off to Logan. They played well and they beat us. So we take that into this week, and hopefully we're a lot more. We were able to polish off a few things and come out with a lot more tenacity this week, and hopefully we'll see an improvement in our play.
You talk about the way you played. All in all, I thought you guys played pretty well, especially in the passing game.
Oh yeah, obviously. It wasn't a loss. It wasn't an all loss as far as we had some things we learned from it. We did very well on the passing yards. I believe Ty was at 400 passing yards. That's not typical. That's very that's above average. Significantly above average. But no, it wasn't all lost, and I don't know that was necessarily the thing we were most excited about. I think the thing we were most excited about are the things that we did wrong that we know we can fix and improve our game. There were some blocking assignments with some of the players in the backfield even that we needed to tweak, and our players in the backfield are really intelligent, so we think we're going to get those fixed and play a lot better.
That's really the help of the first game plays, because you can go through and you can, like you said, you can fix a lot of those things before they become a bigger problem.
Right, and so we're just looking for an elevated level of execution.
Exactly. Let's talk about the game here with Jerome. You beat them last year in a game over there early on in the year. What do you look for from out of them tonight?
That was an exciting game. Went down to the fourth quarter, and we were able to get the win. And I know they're senior heavy. They have 19 seniors, and those seniors were there when we beat them last year. So what I expect out of them is to come out with a lot of fight and try and get us back. Those are going to be, it's their senior year, and I think we're going to see a lot of fight out of them. They had a great win last week, 41-0 over Burley.
And so, you know, we just been on edge, you know, optimistic. We believe in what we can do, but we know that they're going to bring it.
Excited to finally get out here and play a game on your field?
Oh, of course, we love playing here. We love playing at this stadium, and it's a special environment.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
That's Coach Eric Thorson. Take a time out. More on the pregame show coming up right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now, they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Following a nice win on the road, the Preston Lady Indians volleyball team return home and look for another win as the Pocatello Indians come to town this Tuesday night. The Lady Indians are playing well under new head coach Kalaska Haskell and look for community support in this rivalry game against Pokey. You can be part of all the action. Catch the game live on KACH 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and the video feed on mylocalradio.com.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any Limbic Arc logo.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The job stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. The first poll of the year, as far as the football poll for the media and the coaches, came out this week, John. And a little bit different the way the polls look. Different number ones as far as the media and the coaches are concerned. On the media poll, they list the number one team on their poll as Valley View as the number one team. Hillcrest is ranked second, Mappa is third, Middleton is fourth, and Kuna is ranked fifth. That's according to the folks who cover in the media.
Yeah, those are different names that we haven't seen on the, but again, I think those polls come with based on experience of players, the amount of returning players, and then also their first game scores. So you'll notice probably most of those games were all high-scoring games for the voters.
That's a good point.
But as they go on through the year, I think you're going to see some major changes in the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Interesting. The coaches' poll looks like this. They have Mappa on top. Hillcrest is ranked second. Valley View third. Then Kuna. And then Blackfoot, who only received votes in the media poll, but the coaches have Blackfoot ranked fifth.
Yeah, that's to me that's interesting because Blackfoot's always been, they've always been pretty good. I think, they're in our region,
right?
And so, they've always given us a game, but I think they're going to be pretty good this year myself.
Interesting. We're going to share another interview with you. It's an interview actually that we were supposed to play last week that we didn't get to because of some technical problems before the game against Logan. I had a chance to sit down and talk to quarterback Ty Hyde, and we'll refer to the game against Logan in the interview, but just know this is an interview from last week that we didn't get a chance to play for you. We wanted to get that to you tonight so you could hear from Ty. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll spend a couple of minutes with the starting quarterback for Preston. Ty Hyde is our guest here on the pregame show. It's been a little bit of a long summer, and now you finally get things going and get ready to play here and kick off the 2019 season.
Yeah, we've been working for a bit, and it's kind of tough on us because Utah gets that 2 week. They get 2 more games than us, so we've been kind of sitting here getting things tuned up so we can get ready to play.
What do you think about that? I mean, getting 2 games under their belts already before you get a chance to get out of that one.
I mean, it gives them a chance to get stuff out, get all the kinks out, but I mean, it shouldn't be any excuse for us. I mean, we should be ready to play by then.
You're excited for a new season?
Yeah, we're pumped. I think everybody's pumped. So.
Last year, of course, was your first year playing quarterback. You made the transition from offensive line. I've heard of punters going in to play quarterback, but never offensive linemen before. Talk to me about how that change came about.
I played offensive line growing up my whole life, and I think it gives me a better understanding of the game. Giving a mindset of a lineman, I mean, they're the most important guys out there. I couldn't do a thing without them, so just like thinking the way they would, understanding the problems they have, and being able to work through that.
Of course, everybody knows about the great year you had playing basketball, and as far as the basketball team went. If someone asked you if you had to pick one between football and basketball, which one is it?
I'm not going to pick right now. We'll wait after the season, and then we'll pick that.
You're going to see what kind of letters come rolling in.
Yeah, hopefully we get some coming. So.
Good. It ought to be a fun season. Looking forward to seeing you guys play again here, and it all gets started tonight against Logan. And it ought to be a fun game. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean they're tough. They got plenty of speed. They're a well-coached team. Coach knows some of their coaches. I mean we were a new team last year. We're coming back this year, and we're just ready to play some ball.
Well, we're ready to watch you guys play some ball too. Good luck tonight. Good luck this year.
Yeah, thank you for what you do.
Ty Hyde, our guest here in the pregame show. Take a break. Back with more right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now, they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Following a nice win on the road, the Preston Lady Indians volleyball team return home and look for another win as the Pocatello Indians come to town this Tuesday night. The Lady Indians are playing well under new head coach Kalaska Haskell and look for community support in this rivalry game against Pokey. You can be part of all the action. Catch the game live on KACH 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and the video feed on mylocalradio.com.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any Limbic Arc logo.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The job stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show as we work our way down toward the opening kickoff of tonight's game. Tonight's game is delayed just a few minutes here tonight as the bus that Jerome was riding on coming over to Preston here today when they got off the 15-3 over in Downey, they blew a tire. So they were they had to sit and wait for a bus to come and pick them up. Thankfully enough, their volleyball team was playing in Pocatello. So the bus driver just ran out, fired up the bus, came up the freeway, picked up the football team, and came the rest of the way over here to Preston. So until they can get the front tire fixed on the bus, well, the volleyball bus is playing a little double duty tonight, and we thank the bus driver for jumping in and helping out to get the football team over here to Preston here this evening.
Yeah, that's some quick reaction. We're only 15 minutes behind schedule, and considering a flat tire and a bus happened to come from another area, from Pocatello down to Downey,
right?
This is really pretty good to get only 15-minute late start.
So we're about 6 minutes away from our opening kickoff here tonight. As Preston coming back out onto the field after going through their warm-ups. They went back in the locker room for a few minutes, now making their way back out here on the field. What type of things do you look for tonight, John, coming off the loss last week and now they get to come home and play in their home stadium for the first time?
Well, I'm sure the coaches talked to the team. They got defeated last week, but when you look at the score, I think it could have been a lot worse. And, the coach's job this week was to help show these guys, keep your heads up. We started 2 weeks behind. We've got the talent. Just keep your heads up. Let's go after our area. Let's go after the Idaho teams now, and let's go to work. Not that they slacked off last week, because like you said, Ty had 400 yards of passing. So, we're on the mark. We've got a mark. We've got some stuff to build on.
Exactly. All-time against Jerome. Of course, the Indians beat Jerome last year by a score of 35-28. In fact, the Indians have beaten Jerome now 3 out of the last 4 times they've played, dating back to the 2004 season. So coming off the loss against a team that you've had pretty good success with is not a bad way to have to come home and play really in front of your home crowd and on familiar territory on your own field, someplace where certainly they'll feel more comfortable through the surroundings.
Well, that's just one of the sparks in the ignition of the Preston team. Because the fact is that they have had success over Jerome, but on the other hand, the coach has to keep them down on a level. This Jerome team, when you look at the paperwork, they look like they're a team to beat.
Right.
They look like they could be a top 5 team on paper. We haven't seen them what they did to Burley last week. So we've got to keep them grounded, let them go to work. Let's play Jerome like we had nothing to lose.
Of course, playing here has not always been the kind of situations for the Indians as they play the first of 4 home games here tonight for this year. Last year, the Indians finished the home schedule at 2-3, a game under 500. Over the past 10 years, the home record they've compiled is only 13-33, 20 games under 500 over the last 10 years. The best record the Indians have had at home over that time, over the last 10 years, actually came in 2010 when they finished the year at home with a 5-1 record that year. So they'll play the first game of the home schedule coming up here in just a few minutes. It's Preston against Jerome. We'll take a timeout. The opening kickoff is coming up right after this. This is Preston Indians football.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In business for almost 70 years, Valley Implement has been serving customers with integrity, personalized service, and accountability for generations. Their mission is to contribute to agriculture and the agricultural way of life. When it comes to irrigation, equipment, attachments, parts and service, and precision farming, Valley Implement in Preston is here to work for you. Visit them today, 213 West 8th North, Preston. Valley Implement, all things agriculture.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
Whether a loved one passes suddenly and much too soon or after a long and fruitful earthly journey, the families of Northern Cache Valley have known for years they can rely on sensitive and professional care from Webb Funeral Home. Now in their beautiful full-service facility on the south side of Preston, Webb Mortuary urges you to consider the benefits of pre-planning final arrangements in order that your wishes are carried out and difficult decisions are not left to your surviving family members. Make an appointment soon to talk about pre-planning with your friends at Webb Funeral Home.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield.
This is Preston High School football. The Indians hit the gridiron looking to bring home a Great Basin 10 title and make a run for a berth in the state playoffs. All the excitement of Preston football is brought to you by West Motors, with Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, all available right here in Preston. By Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. By Stokes Market, True Value. By Ralph's Construction, building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community right here in Preston. By Webb Funeral Home, just off Highway 91 at the south end of the city of Preston. By Valley Implement. By Preston Auto Parts CarQuest on State Street in downtown Preston. By Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. By Idaho Salvage, where you can turn your scrap metal into cash. By S&T Electric. And by mylocalradio.com. Tonight's game is a presentation of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School Athletics and Preston Broadcasting. It's presented for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or use of the descriptions or account of this game without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting, LLC is strictly prohibited.
As we welcome you back, it's time to play a little football here tonight as the Preston Indians will play host to the Jerome Tigers. Dan Hubbard along with John Slaughter, glad to have you with us here this evening from here at Preston High School as the Indians come home, losing with their first game of the year, and now get to go to work and try to get back on the winning side here tonight as they play host to the Jerome Tigers. John, glad to have you with us here again this evening, and look forward to what should be a very good game.
I'm always happy to be here, especially I love Preston High School, Preston sports, and it's always a big deal for me to be here. I do all I can to get here, and I'm just excited. You know, we have some great coaches, great administration. It's just fun to watch Preston football.
So Preston will receive, and baseball, and baseball, and everything else. Volleyball. So Preston will receive. Gabe Anderson will kick the ball into play. Back deep for the Indians tonight. Scott Dunn is over on the far side of the field. Isaiah Smith is on the near side, and Andrew Iverson stands in the middle. They all stand right about the 5-yard line. Here's the kickoff. It's a line drive kick. This will come down to Isaiah Smith at the 10, 15, 20, 25, lowers his head, gets up to about the 27-yard line, and that's where the Indians will put that into play. So 1st and 10 Indians. As we mentioned during the pregame show, the quarterback Ty Hyde coming off what was a masterful game last week. Although it wasn't good enough to collect the victory, he threw for a career high 400 yards in the game last week. Not bad for a kid who's been playing quarterback for one season and one game.
Yeah, it's different if you've been growing up playing quarterback or running back, or one of the difference. But he's been on the line for a long time, and like he said in his interview, he understands alignment and he appreciates his linemen.
They go 4 wide here, wide out of the bat. Smith in motion. They fake it to him. They'll give it to Iverson. Tries to go left. Gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. No gain. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Last week, Iverson ran the ball for 19 carries, 88 yards. That was an average of about 4.5 yards a carry.
That was a tackle by Peters, and he is noted for one of their big linemen, one of their talented linemen. So on Jerome's side. So.
Now they'll change the play as Ty looks over the sidelines. They still go 4 wide in a stacked formation left. Ty's going to roll right, pitch it to Iverson. Wants to cut it back up. Can't stick his foot in the ground. He's going to end up losing about 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, it was tough. Jerome read that all the way. Their backs, they went student body to left of them for defense, and they picked up Iverson just that quick.
So 3rd and about 14, we'll call it, here early on in the first quarter. They show that they're going to go run 3 receivers to the left. Single receiver right is Scott Dunn. Iverson stays in at the running back spot as he stands on Ty's right shoulder. Going to throw underneath. That comes to Harris. Harris breaks one tackle, gets across the 35 up to about the 37-yard line. It's going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot.
He's going to be about a yard short, it looks like. They're going to mark it right at just over the 37-yard line, and he's got to get exactly to the 39-yard line.
That's about a yard short, and they're going to go for it on a 14-yard completion by Hyde, 4th down and short. Last week, Ty just leaned forward a couple of times and picked up a couple of first downs, trying to see if they can get Jerome to jump. As he changes plays twice, he gets stacked up, and finally he falls forward in that big 6'8" frame, picks up the first down.
Yeah, he hit right close to the 40, and it was student body. They just pushed him all the way up. And that used to be illegal to assist the runner in high school football, but it is now no longer, so they can just grab the ball and get student body, push everybody forward.
So they get the first down on the 4th down attempt. They line up 5 receivers into the pattern this time. Trips left. They empty the backfield as Ty will work out of the shotgun. 1st and 10 from their own 40. Ty's going to run right forward. Got a big hole. Gets up to the 45. So a gain of 5 for Ty as he just runs right forward. A little quarterback draw, you could almost call it.
You know, I don't know if they've had an opportunity to look at the films on Jerome, but they see something. So there is a hole there. If you notice, if you could replay that, there was a big hole right there in the center. So their nose tackle was playing just a little bit to the wrong side.
This time they go trips right. Ty's going to roll right, going to throw right. Underneath, he's got Scott Dunn. Breaks a couple of tackles, tries to turn it down the sidelines, and he's out of bounds right about the 40-yard line. Good enough for another first down. 15-yard completion from Ty to Scott Dunn.
Great play by Scotty, just a down and out pattern to him, and Ty Hyde was right on the money for it. Nice pass catch. Good battery. That's a good battery right there. Pitch and catch right there from those two.
So they move the chains again. 4 receivers again into the pattern, 3 left. This one's underneath to Harris. Across the 40 and gets up to about the 30-yard line. Mark it at the ceiling. They're going to mark it about the 33.
33-yard line of Jerome.
That'll be a gain of 7.
I apologize if you're watching this on the internet and I'm trying to run the camera. So if I'm a little behind or a little out of focus, I'm sorry.
2nd down and 3, we'll call it. Ty's going to hand off to Iverson straight ahead. Gets across the 30-yard line. That'll be good enough for another first down.
Yeah, it looks like he reached the first down there. Got an extra couple of yards on that. No doubt, Iverson will be one of their workhorses tonight.
He gets it just across the 30. They'll mark it at the Jerome 29. Clock runs with 8:05 remaining here in the first. Ty's going to roll right again. Looking deep. Now throws down the lobs it toward the corner. Had Isaiah Smith there. That falls incomplete. That's Ty's first incompletion of the night.
Yeah, and that really was a good play because he was wide open, but Ty's adrenaline just overthrew him by about 1.5 feet. You know, Isaiah's not the tallest player on the team, but he's a good athlete. He can jump.
Gordon Knapp comes in, lines up at the wide receiver spot left. Single receiver left, trips right. Iverson remains the lone setback, 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Ty steps up to yell out instructions to his line. Now settles back into that shotgun. Bad snap. It's over his head. He's got to go get it and then fall on it. The ball's still loose, and Jerome's got it.
Yeah, Ty kind of overran it. He came down on it, but he was buckled up, and as his arm pushed the ball out, he wasn't able to secure it.
So the ball squirts away. That's a tough break for Preston. They were moving the ball well, but the bad snap over Ty's head, and that'll bring the Preston offense onto the field here for the first time. 7:35 to play here in the first quarter. Preston had 3 turnovers last week. I believe 2 interceptions by Ty that counted into that, and a fumble.
Okay, we'll look for the 12-25 combination for Jerome. And it looks like they're going to go single man on 25.
Thompson keeps, rolls right, gets across the 50-yard line. He'll pick up about 8 yards on the play. Little misdirection keeper for Thompson as he puts his head down and rumbles for 8 yards.
Yeah, they used Ellison as a decoy. He came in from the right like he was going to take a quick pass over just off to the right, and they threw it out in the flat to the back, and he was able to get 8 yards off of that catch and carry.
Jerome will also play out of that spread offense. They'll throw underneath as this comes to Stockton Lott, and he is planted by Garrett Ward immediately.
Yeah, Garrett Ward caught that. That did not fool him. He had his number all the way as they threw that screen pass out to the right, and Garrett stepped right up and just tackled him immediately and got a little help from his friends.
It's going to be a loss of 4 and bring up 3rd down and about 6. Single setback is Caleb Kettle, who rushed for over 200 yards last week. He like Elson had big nights. Wants to throw. Throws underneath. That's to Elson. Across the 40. Dives forward. Gets up to the 36 of Preston. That'll be a first down.
I forget which end of the field we're on. I would have said that would have been the 43, but we're going the other way.
That's a 19-yard catch for Elson. First time he touches the ball tonight. First down, 1st and 10 here for Jerome. They run that spread offense just like Preston does. This time they'll go 3 receivers left, single receiver right.
Yeah, they're in the spread format just like Preston uses.
Straight ahead handoff that goes to Keitel. Caleb Keitel rumbles forward, gets just short of the 30. That's a gain of 5.
Jay Speckstead on the tackle.
Last week, as Keitel, as we mentioned, carried the ball 16 times for 212 yards on the ground.
Nice run. That's good running.
They'll fake it this time. Thompson's going to go right, fakes a man. Smith gets a helmet on him, and falling forward was Thompson. Gets up to about the 21-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down and another 6-yard gain.
You know, with Thompson's athleticism, that's going to be a play we'll probably see quite a bit tonight. That quarterback carry.
3 wides again left. Single setback with Thompson and 1 receiver to the right. Looking left. Wants to throw across the middle. He's got a man. Touchdown. Pass complete to Jerome Wallace for the touchdown for 21 yards.
Yeah, that's a great timing play. He was in the slot on the left side, just ran over the middle, straight through the middle and wide open. We didn't have a safety back there in the middle. We had our safeties were split to the left and right, and that was just a nice catch right over the middle.
They'll line up to kick the extra point. as Gabe Anderson will come in and try to kick the point here. Last week he was good on 6 of 7 point afters. Bad snap. Good job by Thompson to get the hold down, and the kick is good. 5:09 to play here in the first quarter, and Jerome breaks on top. They lead 7-0. Back right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH, mylocalradio.com.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Here's the kickoff. It comes down to Smith again. 30-yard line, stumbles and falls forward to the 31.
So about the same type of return this time. So instead of starting from the 32, we'll start from the 31 this time. We're getting good run backs, because the kick isn't very high. Anderson kicked it pretty level, so it was a quick catch and run.
So the scoring play, a 21-yard pass from Thompson to Wallace. Point after was good, so they make good on the recovered fumble, or bad snap, but it's a fumble nonetheless, and Jerome leads 7-0 here in the first quarter. Iverson straight ahead, breaks a tackle, gets across the 35.
You know, they mentioned in the information we have from the other school, Jerome's been working out. They've got some really strong players. So for us to run on them, those defensive backs, they highlighted one of them in particular who's very strong. I think it's 42. But it's good to see Iverson run so well. That's a 6-yard gain.
They have several players that are well over 270 pounds. As Ty lobs it up there, tried to get it to Garrett, and it's too high and intercepted.
Yeah, it was just overthrown. Again, the strength of Hyde, and Jerome was waiting for it. He was behind the intended receiver, and it just came right down into his arms. So
I believe that was Jerome Wallace with the interception, the young man who just scored the touchdown a moment ago.
Good start for a game for him.
So ball goes back over to the Tigers again. They'll start at their own 45. So for the second possession in a row on the turnover, they start in pretty good field position.
That's unfortunate, 2 turnovers in the first 2 possessions for Preston.
So twin receivers to each side, single setback with Thompson. He works out of the shotgun, inside handoff, straight ahead. That's Kittle, another big run. As again, he'll pick up 8 yards. He gets across midfield up to the 47. So bring up 2nd and 2 here for the Jerome Tigers. You know, the one thing I do know is offensively, you're not going to be a slouch if you put up 41 or 42 points. You've got to be able to move the ball.
Yeah, you've got to have some talent there, and it's not just 1 or 2 people. And go ahead, I'll let you go play by play.
Thompson wants to throw, pumps deep, throws underneath, too tall, as he tried to get it underneath to Logan Worthington, the sophomore.
They have 3 players. Jerome has 3 players who are notable that could go to the next level. That they have 3 players, and we can give you their names here in a few minutes. I don't got to look at my notes, but yeah, they're definitely not a slouch.
So 3rd down and short. Trips left, single receiver right. Again, Kittle in the backfield with Thompson. And snap is good. Handoff. Kittle tries to bounce it outside. Dunn hits him right at the 45-yard line. but he's able to roll off the hit of Scotty and roll forward to the 44 and pick up a first down.
I think that's a generous mark. I think Dunn had him right at the 50 or the 45-yard line of Preston, but that was a generous mark. I thought. That's just my opinion.
Oh God, it's just your opinion.
I don't want to badmouth anybody this early.
1st and 10 from the Preston 44. Same lineup. Trips left, single receiver right. They'll give again to Kittle straight ahead. As coming over to wrap his arms around Kittle and drag him down is Tate Rawlings, the big junior. Although he still picks up 3 yards on the play.
3 yards. You know, Tate Rawlings, he's really a big guy. He's a big force in there. So I don't think they'll run at him too much tonight.
Tate is 6'2", 170, and he's only a junior.
So, yeah, it's the 170. I look at him. I'm 5'10". Over 170.
I'm on the talk. I haven't been 5'70" since I was about 7th grade. 2.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. They'll fake the handoff. They'll throw outside again. This time it's complete to Worthington. Gets a couple of yards after the catch as he dives forward up to the 37-yard line. That's a gain of 4 and bring up 3rd down here and about 4 yards to go.
You know, mathematically, I always thought, football's kind of interesting. You have 4 downs to gain 10 yards. If you average 3 yards a carry, you should be able to move the ball. And right now, Jerome is averaging on the carry, probably closer to 6 or 7 yards a carry.
So 3rd and 4, Preston trying to hold him and get out of here and get off the field.
Looks like he's going
rolling. They're chasing him. They got a couple of guys there on him, and they got him. Zay Davis finally wrapped him up after several Preston players hit him, and it pushes him all the way back to the 46. That's a loss of about 7 yards.
Yeah, when they saw that, they brought an extra man. Preston brought an extra man, and they were able to single Thompson out and bring him down, at least capture him in the backfield. And Zay Davis come up and made the stop, so made the initial tackle.
4th down and 11. But they keep the offense on the field, and now timeout called by Preston because they had the wrong alignment. They were expecting a punt, and quite frankly, so was I. So with the timeout of the field, we'll take one as well. Back right after this.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
KACH.
Talk about playing your home opener. That's what Utah State's going to do tomorrow. They're going to host Stony Brook in a game that you can hear right here on KACH. Our coverage starts at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. The kickoff from Maverick Stadium is at 5:30.
I'm excited to see the Aggies. I thought they did a great job against Wake Forest last week, and Wake Forest is no slouch team. They're expected to move up.
Twins to each side. Running back in the slot for Jerome, and Thompson works out of the shotgun. 4th down and 11. Minute and 10 to play here in the first quarter. Here's the 4th down play. He's going to go deep down the middle to Elson, incomplete.
That was close because he was wide open. He had nothing but pay dirt in front of him. Had that throw been just a little bit under what it was, that could have been another quick 6.
Yeah, and he was a step and a half beyond the Preston defense to be able to bring that in, and he's gone.
Exactly. Who was that intended receiver? I didn't.
That was Elson.
Was that Elson? Yeah, you could. That just shows his speed. We've talked about his speed, and that's that gives Preston good field position.
They'll start from their own 45. Twins to each side. Iverson the lone setback. Hyde out of the shotgun. Gives to Iverson straight ahead. Breaks tackles. Gets it almost up to midfield. Give him 3 on the play. And the clock will run inside a minute now to play here in the first quarter. 45 seconds left. Preston taking their time, looking over to the sideline to get a play. They'll go 3 receivers this time and have two setbacks in the backfield. They'll give it to Iverson again. Big hole, tries to bounce it outside across midfield, dives forward to the 48.
Yeah, that was a good play by Iverson. Good run, too. And he stiff arms. He's had a stiff arm on that play right there. Had he have broken that tackle, he would have been gone.
See if the Indians can get another play off before the end of the first quarter. 12 seconds to play. They're going to line up and try to get one off. Twin receivers to each side. They want Smith to go in motion back over to the right side. Puts Trips over there. Not sure they're going to get the play off in time. They just do get the play off. They throw underneath. It goes to Garrett Ward across the 45 of the Jerome Indians up to about the 43. That'll be good enough for a first down when we come back after the commercial timeout. So Preston with the ball back, but they trail 7-0 after the first quarter. Take a timeout, come back to the second quarter right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH, mylocalradio.com.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Come back from a commercial break. They ran a play. Garrett Ward with another reception, another 14-yard catch for Garrett. That gives the Preston Indians their 5th first down here of the first half. 1st and 10 now from the 29.
That's the second first down of this possession.
Bounce it outside. Iverson coming right. Gets across the 20, across the 15, down to the 14. Another big run.
Yeah, they're moving the ball quite well. We've just got to make sure we don't turn the ball over.
That's a 15-yard gain for Iverson, another first down. They'll spot it at the 14. Twin receivers to either side. New running back is Zay Davis into the game as he lines up on Ty's left shoulder. Ty's going to look left, throw underneath, try to get it to his wide receiver Harris. That's incomplete. Ty 5 out of 7 so far here in the early going.
Yeah, Zay Davis as a running back, giving Iverson a breather. And Zay's got some strength. He's a pretty strong kid. He gets the ball, but he blocked for Ty Hyde that time, and that was almost a good pitch and catch.
Ty lines up again with Davis on his left shoulder, wants to roll left, looking, throws toward the end zone. It's caught there by Harris, and he gets into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown. 14-yard scoring play from Ty Hyde to Cole Harris.
Great play. Came right back to that same play with Harris, and it worked this time. He was wide open and into the end zone.
Harris, who caught a 62-yard scoring play last week, picks up his second touchdown of the year. Now here's Scott Dunn on to try to tie the game. Dunn will kick out of the hold of Garrett Ward, and it is up, and it is good.
Nice high kick for Ward as he put that through the upright.
So 11:02 to play here in the first half. We're tied at 7. Back to the kickoff right after this.
KACH, mylocal.radio.com.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
KACH.
So the Indians will line up, put the ball back into play as it'll be Isaiah Smith to kick off here. Send the ball back over to the Jerome Tigers, now with the game tied at 7. Back deep is Ellison, and 21, Worthington. It goes to Worthington. Comes up the far sideline, gets to the 20, is hit there and dropped. Just maybe call it the 21-yard line. He just does get across there. Good coverage by the Indians, and here comes the Tiger offense again out onto the field.
That was, that's one good thing we have. We do have some speed there on the special teams. So even though there are a lot of them play both ways, but yeah, we do have speed, and we can make a big dent on Jerome if we capitalize on the kickoff.
One thing you notice about Jerome, when they line up in the spread offense, they really line up receiver heavy left. Almost every play in the last drive was trips left, and they line up trips left here now. Single running back and hit right as he gets the ball. Caleb Carroll is dropped immediately as Isaiah Smith, who's like running into a small fire plug, drops him immediately.
He was playing on that left side, on cornerback, or not corner, but the middle linebacker, and he blitzed in, and he dropped him as soon as he got the handoff. Great play by Isaiah Smith.
He is one tough character, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Not between playing defensive back, but he's also the starting pitcher on the baseball team. And he won't take anything from anybody. Thompson looking, rolling right, looking down the sidelines and throws high. In fact, he threw it out of bounds. Tried to get it to Jerome Wallace, but he threw it wide and threw it out of bounds.
Good coverage by the Indians as they went man-to-man, and they had a man on each receiver. So it was a tough throw for Thompson as he tried to get that first down area.
So that brings up another third down conversion attempt here for Jerome. 3rd and 11. This time they'll break their trend and they'll go twins to each side. One running back in the backfield is Kittle. Thompson, bad snap. It goes over his head. He's got to go get it, and all he can do is fall on it back to the 5.
That's 2 bad snaps, one by each team, but that's costly. If those centers aren't on target to their quarterback, that can cost them big time. So it'll be 4th and long for the
They'll mark it at the 6. So it's 4th down and 26 as they need to get out to the 32-yard line. And this will bring up a punt situation as Garrett Elson, who is the punter, punted once last week for a total of 44 yards.
Sounds like they had the ball all the time last time. They didn't have punt very much last week against Burley.
There's the snap. Rushes his kick. It's short. It's going to hit at about the 30 and take a Preston bounce back to about the 27 before somebody from Jerome can touch it. So Preston will start in positive territory for the first time.
Well, Jerome was able to recover the ball, but because of being a kicking team, they can't advance it, so they can only, it's dead once they touch it, or once they take possession of it.
Now we talked about the 400 yards for Ty, how that was a new career high. In fact, he had never been over 300 last year. His top passing game last year came on October the 12th in a game here against Pocatello when he was 17 of 28 for 290 yards.
They're starting out on the 31-yard line again, but it's the Jerome 31. So that's a plus for.
4 wides for the Indians. Inside handoff to Iverson. Breaks a tackle, tries to bounce it outside, gets up to the 21 as he gains 5 yards.
A good 5-yard run by Iverson, and he had a good cutback. He went up the middle, had a cutback to the right, and was able to gain about 3 more yards on that cut.
Second down and 5. Twin receivers to each side. Iverson stays in the game at the backfield. Hyde changes the play, now settles into that shotgun spot. Get a little movement by the offensive line. Ty's looking at the white hat saying, why isn't it an encroachment penalty? As they're able to get back. So Ty again will settle back in and sneak up the snap. Outside to Iverson, again bounces it outside. Gets across the 15, dives forward to about the 13.
So first down because, it's about the 14, but it's still a first down for the Indians.
That'll be a gain of 7 more for Iverson. That'll be a first down. That's first down number 7 here in the first half for the Indians. 9 carries, 39 yards for Iverson here in the first half. Clock running, 8:17 to play here in the first half, and a 7-7 tie. 3 receivers left for the Indians. Mason Thompson, the senior tight end, lines up in the slot. Ty has it, thought about just flipping it forward, then thought better of it, and took a little small gain. Maybe he gets a yard out of it, but gets at least something positive.
That was a quarterback option where he could have pitched out to Iverson, but he decided to take it up the middle. There was a hole there. It was a big hole, but again, it closes quick with Ty's speed. It closes quick.
Short gain for Ty, second down and 9 here. Trips left this time for the Indians.
I might heckle a little bit on Ty's speed, but I'll tell you, I'd take his talent and take his speed with it.
Runs right, does Ty, tumbles forward, gets across the 10, up to the 8-yard line. Give Ty 4 more on that play. Set third down and 6 coming up here.
Time to put the money on the workhorse or to send Harris out to the corner again. They got Gordon Knapp on the left side there.
Knapp is the widest of the 3 receivers. Harris is in the middle.
Dunn on the far right.
And Iverson remains as the lone setback. Ty sets into the shotgun. Low snap, fielded there. Ty looking, wants to roll right, still rolling, now throws to the corner. There's Dunn. No good, he dropped it. Oh. At the pylon, tried to get his feet in. Now they're saying he was out of bounds. They did catch it, but he was out of bounds. So that'll bring up 4th down and about a long 5 from the 8.
I want to see a replay because in high school you only need 1 foot in, but maybe he didn't have control.
They will go for the field goal here as Scott Dunn comes on for the field goal attempt. It'll be from the right hash. They'll set it down right at the 15-yard line. So this will be a 25-yard attempt. Garrett Ward to hold. Snap is high. The kick is high, and it is long enough, and it's good. And for the first time tonight, Preston has a lead. That was a 25-yard field goal. It's 10-7 with 6:27 left here in the first half. Back to the kickoff right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search KASASA.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
KACH. KACH. KACH.
So Dunn will kick it off. Elson and Worthington back deep here for Jerome. 10-7 Preston. as Dunn puts a toe to it, high and short. It's going to come down about the 15-yard line. This is Ellison. Ellison going right, breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet, spins forward to almost the midfield stripes.
Great run back by Ellison as he broke a couple of tackles, and with his speed, you definitely have to key on him.
Like they will set the ball right at midfield. 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line for Jerome, as they'll put it back into play here again.
You know, with both teams going both ways, having a lot of players going both ways, it'll be interesting to see which one's the most fit and can handle
good point.
48 minutes.
So 1st and 10. Trips left again for Jerome. Single receiver right. High snap. They'll fake it to Kittle. This time Thompson's going to keep. Tries to bounce it outside. He's tackled by 3 blue-shirted Indians and drugged down. That's just after he gets barely across the 50-yard line. Called a gain of 1.
Looks like Zay Davis, Andrew Iverson, and 22. Let me grab his number. Who's 22?
Austin Ward.
Austin Ward. Nice play by Austin to get up there and help his brother there.
So they'll flip it around this time. They'll go trips right. Single receiver is Worthington left. Kittle the lone running back. 2nd down and 9. That's going to be offensive motion penalty as the left guard stepped out too soon. That'll be Spencer Newland, the 5'10", 271-pound senior.
That's a big boy.
Well, that's not the biggest.
No,
they've got a guy on their team, Jonathan Tells, number 60. He tips the scale at 310.
My.
So they'll move it back. That's actually the first penalty of the game.
He lost 5 pounds. It says 305 right there.
No, somebody's not being honest.
He says it's turned to muscle, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. 2nd down and 14. High snap and markers again. Illegal procedure is the initial call once again against Jerome.
Yeah, they had 2 men in motion that time. 2 of them took off.
So back-to-back penalties. That's going to make it 2nd down and 19.
Yeah, the only positive was a 1-yard run by Thompson.
So now they find themselves in a definite passing situation here, as Kettle will line up in the slot right, twin receivers to each side. Thompson throws back underneath to Worthington. He's got it. Gets hit there. Spun. Ball comes loose, and it's into the hands of Mason Thompson. And Thompson brings it back across midfield to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, he was hit hard. Who's 22? That's, you just told me.
22 for them?
Yeah, us.
Oh, for us is Ward.
Austin Ward. He was hit by Austin Ward again, and that ball just popped up and right into the arms of
Mason Thompson was waiting for it to come down to him. So first turnover of the game charged against Jerome with 4:44 to play here in the first half. And now the Indians can look to extend the lead going into the break. Twin receivers to either side. Iverson the lone setback. Hyde out of the shotgun. Little reverse inside handoff to Ward. Garrett turns it up inside, gets across the 35, falls forward to the 34. Give him a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, that was a good run by Ward. He was hit after about 4 and then gained an extra couple of yards with just by sheer power.
So nice run by Garrett. Almost called a jet sweep, but he turned it up right over what the tackle would be on the left side.
Right. Again, using the linemen, as Ty said in the pregame, you know, his linemen are very valuable. With good blocks like that, they can go a long ways.
Give it off to Iverson, straight ahead. Iverson runs into one of those big bodies right in the middle of the line. You get maybe a couple of yards on the play.
Yeah, he ran into number 78, Reich Wilson, who's 320 pounds.
So Iverson with a couple of yards, gives him 41 yards rushing here in the first half. 3rd down coming up here for the Indians. They're actually 0 for 3 on third down conversion attempts here in the first half. Check that, 0 for 2, I should say, as they go for their third. Third down and 3. Hyde spins out, rolls right, throws underneath, threw it behind Ward, and was almost picked off as that goes in and out of the hands of George Showers.
That's one decision. Ty's looking downfield, but he was wide open. He could have got the first down just on his own right there, because as he's rolling to the right, there was only one man, and that was to stop him. And I think Ty would have been able to overpower him.
Wasn't a bad idea to try to throw it to Garrett.
No,
Garrett
not
was
at
open,
all.
just the pass went behind it.
Yeah, but he was throwing on the run. Ty's throwing on the run, and he's crossing his body on that throw. So that's a tough throw anyway.
So they empty the backfield, 5 receivers into the pattern, 3 to the left, underneath it goes to Harris. Harris spins, fights, does he get first down yards? It looks like it.
Yeah,
yes,
nice.
He does.
That's a nice hooking out. He came in, Harris came in, turned to the inside, caught the ball, and hit the wide receiver, I believe it was Gordon Knapp, made a great block for him to get around him to the outside on the left to get the first down.
5 yards. Go ahead.
No, it was a great play, a great block by Gordon Knapp.
5 yard gain, moves the ball up to the Jerome 32, first and 10. 8 first downs now in the first half for the Indians. They throw underneath as it's underneath to Mason Thompson. He's down inside the 5 to the 4.
Nice catch and run by Thompson. As he caught that ball, that puts us right down to the 3 or 4 yard line right there, I believe.
Like they'll mark it at the 4. That's a 22-yard gain for the offense. Nice catch and run by Thompson. Throw underneath. There's nobody there. And just standing there waiting for the ball to come to him is Isaiah Smith for the touchdown.
Yeah, Smith just came from he was in the slot. He just came right to the middle of the field that quick. Just a 1-2-3 throw and catch. Great timing play by Ty and Smith.
So that makes it 16-7. And once again, Scott Dunn will come on to kick the extra point. Out of the hold of Garrett Ward, the snap, the kick, and it is good. And with 2:34 to play here in the first half, Preston goes up by 10. It's now the Indians 17, Jerome 7.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
KACH.
So Preston leads by 10.
Nice thing being at home is having the crowd here. Last week in that big stadium, we didn't have much of a crowd there.
It was hard to tell.
Yeah, it really was, because they could have been sitting on the other side and we were high in the box. So
here's Dunn's kickoff down the middle, kind of short. Nice bounce played there, but then this is Ellison straight ahead. Across the 35, stumbles forward to the 37. And the offense again for Jerome will come back out of the field with 2:29 to play here in the first half. And Jerome trails by 10. Next week, we'll come to you from Canyon Springs High School in Twin Falls. 6:30 pregame. 7 o'clock kickoff. And we'll warn you right now, for the game next week, it'll be on both on the radio and on the internet at mylocalradio.com, but there'll be no video next week, as we'll be forbidden to bring you video coverage next week from Canyon Springs. Thompson shakes loose, breaks a couple of tacklers, spins out of another one, gets across the 45-yard line, up to the 46.
A gain of about 9. It's a good run by Thompson.
So a good run by Thompson. Breaking tackles as he goes. second down and 1 from the 46. 3 receivers left again for the Tigers. Giving off inside goes to Kittle. He's hit in the backfield as there's Smith again, the first man to hit him, and Kittle lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kittle probably outweighs Smith by about 40 pounds, but Smith hit him, held him up, and then he got some help to hold him behind the line to gain. It's a nice play by the Indians.
Right at, about 35 pounds. Kittle outweighs Smith. Smith tips the scales at 135 here in his senior year. And Preston jumped and gave him a first down.
Just gave him a first down. Unfortunately.
The linebacker over on that side trying to see what number that is.
52.
I think it was 52.
Yeah, it was Connor Schaefer.
Connor Schaefer, the senior, got a little bit too anxious and came across. So the first penalty of the night against the Preston Indians gives Jerome a first down. First and 10, just over the 50-yard line. Three receivers left again for the Tigers. Out of the shotgun, Thompson. Fakes the handoff, looking down the middle. Oh, he's got a man open, but just a little bit too long. Tried to get it to Shaler Bainham, the junior wideout, but maybe about a half a yard too far.
And you know, he stretched out fully for that throw, and had he caught it, that would have been that would have been a beautiful catch.
So second down and 10. 50 seconds to play here in the first half. They'll line up with 2 receivers to each side this time, and now a timeout called by Coach Iverson for the Indians. That's their second timeout here in the first half. Thorson, I'm sorry. As they take the timeout, you'll take one here as well. We'll be right back after this with Preston leading here in the game by the score of 17-10. Back right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's the end of a long day, and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston, with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any Limbic Arc logo.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The job stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
KACH.
The second down play. This is a nice little wide out for the Tigers as they get out of bounds. That could be good for another first down. That's a gain of about 12 or 13 on the play.
They're going to try and use the clock. They only have 45 seconds, so you'll probably see a few of these quick wide outs so they can get out of bounds. They don't think they can get it long.
Pass was complete to Bingham. Here's the first and 10 play. Thompson rolling right, trying to get around the corner. Does. Makes his way. It's another first down. Gets up near the 20 and steps out of bounds with 38 seconds left.
It's a good call by Jerome because you've got a good athletic quarterback who can run. And so out to the side along the step, so if he gets hit without getting hurt, he can step out of bounds.
That's a 15-yard gain and another first down. So that's 5 first downs now for the Tigers here in the first half. 38 seconds left. Spot the ball at about the 23. Thompson out of the shotgun. Looking. Wants to go back to the corner again, and it's caught for the touchdown as it's complete to Bingham for 6 points.
Forgot to move the camera. Could have caught that. Sorry, folks, but that was a nice catch over the top. Was able to haul that down in. He went to the ground. Had a chance to fumble, but he was able to haul it in, and the linesman called or the back judge called a catch. So Jerome narrows the gap.
They get it down to 17-13. Here's Gabe Anderson on to try the extra point. 32 seconds left in the half. Snap is pretty good, and the hold is good as well, and that's a line drive kick and the right through for the Jerome Tigers. So with 32 seconds left, Jerome makes it close again as they're back to within 3. Preston on top, 17-14, back to the kickoff right after this.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Same trio of receivers back deep for the Indians here with 32 seconds to play in the half. As Anderson will get ready to kick it off. Dunn, Iverson, and Smith all back deep. Anderson's kick is going to go toward Isaiah Smith again from the 10. Forward to the 15, 20, across the 20-yard line, gets up to about the 22 and finally dropped there. And Preston will have about 27 seconds left in the half to try to do something.
That's the deepest in their own end of the field that they've been so far this half. So we'll see what Thorson has up his sleeve for the Indians.
The Ralph Construction halftime report coming up in 27 seconds. We invite you to stay tuned for that. So empty the backfield. 5 receivers into the pattern here for Preston. 3 to the left. Hyde wants to throw. Instead he's going to run. Nope, they got him by the ankles and down he goes. It was Isaac Peters, who had 1 sack last week, who got tied by the shoelaces and brought him down.
They say he's one of the stronger linemen they have.
5 seconds left. The ball really quick. Clock runs 3-2. That's the first half is going to run out here as Iverson wants to talk to Hyde, but the first half runs out instead. So a pretty good half for the Preston Indians. They not only lead for the first time this year, but they're going to go off with a lead. As after the first 2 quarters of play here tonight, it is Preston 17, the Jerome Tigers 14. We invite you to stay tuned. The Ralph Construction halftime show is coming up.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
The limbic arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the limbic arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any limbic arc logo.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The job stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
In business for almost 70 years, Valley Implement has been serving customers with integrity, personalized service, and accountability for generations. Their mission is to contribute to agriculture and the agricultural way of life. When it comes to irrigation, equipment, attachments, parts and service, and precision farming, Valley Implement in Preston is here to work for you. Visit them today, 213 West 8th North, Preston. Valley Implement, all things agriculture.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
The Halftime Report is brought to you by Ralph's Construction. More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction, 435-232-1837.
KACH.
We welcome you back. This is the Ralph Construction Halftime Report with the Preston Indians leading after the first half tonight by the score of 17-14. And John Slaughter, pretty good path for the Indians. All in all, they route first down Jerome by a 9-7 total, and they only had one penalty in the first half, and able to make the most out of possessions, especially right around the end of the first quarter, early in the second.
Right. Everybody, like I said at the first of the game, on paper, Jerome looks like they're having fireworks there. But Jerome looked like they could very well break this thing wide open, and they probably still could. But Preston looked very good. Ty had probably, 4 incompletes?
I have
4. And but yeah, I think Preston's doing pretty good for the first half.
So Ty ended up 4 of 19 in the first half for a total of 97 yards. The one thing he didn't have that he had last week was a lot of run after the catch on those balls that the receivers made against Logan when they ran for all those yards, which partly is what helped him gain all that passing yards. He had touchdown throws last week of 64, 57, and 43 yards, with the biggest majority of those were yards after the catch.
Good point.
So it's 17-14 with Preston on top here at halftime against in the home opener tonight here against the Jerome Indians. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll look at the first half stats as we continue in the Ralph Construction halftime report.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH, mylocalradio.com.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
West Motor Company has a lifetime warranty.
Well, I guess the secret's out. West Motor in Preston and Logan is now including a no-charge, lifetime powertrain warranty on almost every vehicle we sell.
Almost every vehicle West Motor sells has a lifetime warranty, and your prices are the best around. Why would anybody go anywhere else?
I can't think of a single reason.
Lifetime warranty only at westmotorcompany.com.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
4 yards. And Shaylin Bingham had 2 catches for 36 yards, including a 23-yard touchdown score. As far as the scoring goes in the first half, it was Jerome who jumped out to an early lead, a 21-yard touchdown pass from Thompson to Wallace. The extra point was good, made it 7-0. The Indians came right back with 14-yard strike from Ty to Cole Harris. Good for a touchdown. The extra point tied the game at 7-7. A 25-yard field goal by Scott Dunn made it 10-7 in favor of the Indians. Then a 2-yard touchdown pass from Hyde to Smith made it 17-7, but then Jerome was able to get a touchdown right in the final minute of the first half as they were able to connect 23 yards from Thompson to Bingham, and the extra point made it 17-14, where we stand here in the first half. So all in all, as we mentioned, a good first half, really for both sides, as I was impressed the way the Preston defense was able to really step up and shut down drives that they weren't able to do last week against Logan, but they managed to get Jerome off the field in crucial situations.
Well, and you know, I think one thing that is standing out for me in the first half is they've got a spy on 25 Ellison, and that's Andrew Iverson. You watch him, and he's spying on him the whole night, and you know they kind of expected that, I think. But yeah, they're having to go to their secondary people, receivers.
For those who are tuning in, looking for the West Side game tonight, West Side game you'll be able to hear in their entirety, when it's entirety, coming up right after we are done here this evening. If you would like, you can listen to the game live on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Scroll across the top to the sports tab, and then go down to the West Side Pirates, and there'll be a link there where you can listen to the game live over the internet if you don't want to wait until the Preston game is over and be able to listen to it in its entirety. Also, don't forget, coming up tomorrow afternoon, the Utah State Aggies will kick off their home season as they play host to Stony Brook tomorrow afternoon at Maverick Stadium. As we'll have the coverage for you, the pregame show with Scott Gerard starts at 4:30. Kickoff is at 5:30 tomorrow evening.
Yep, that'll be a good one. Exciting to watch. I like the Aggies.
Aggies, well, they came close last week in that game against Wake Forest. Just a touchdown they gave up late, and fortunately, Wake Forest was able to pull it out in the end.
Yeah, if I remember right, I didn't get a chance to watch it or hear it because they didn't televise it that I could find. But I think we had an opportunity to almost capitalize and come ahead if we could have but we ran out of clock.
And also they weren't able to hold Wake Forest in the final minute. They had four shots at it from inside the 5-yard line. and they finally scored the winning touchdown with about a minute to play on the 4th and 2 attempt. They were able to get the ball over. But the problem that the Aggies had was Wake Forest could move the ball through the air just about whenever they wanted.
Right. And that's something I'm sure they'll work out this week, and we'll see something a little different in the defense for the Aggies this week.
Yep, exactly. So what do you expect coming up here in the second half? Any changes? If you're Coach Thorson, what would you tell the guys? And what kind of adjustments would you look to make?
Well, in all honesty, I really think the boys are pretty proud of themselves the way they played the first half. But I think Coach Thorson's going to say, okay, that's the first half. We now have to go to a 24-minute game, and we've got to play that 24 minutes. And I know some of you is going to run out of a little bit of a gas, but be prepared, Don't let them get deep downfield, because that's going to happen. Thompson's going to throw to Ellison. It's just going to happen. So if we can prevent them from making the big plays, I think we'll have a chance to win this one.
Yeah, Thompson threw for 154 yards last week. But the big bulk of those yards coming to Ellison through the air. But if they can shut down the pass, or at least keep it in front of them, and then continue to shut down the running of Kittle out of the backfield, which they've done a great job so far in the first half of keeping him tied up, they have a pretty good chance with that 3-point lead going into the second half.
And just their stunts by Isaiah Smith and a few others on some key tackles and getting into the backfield, knowing when to send that extra man into the on the blitz, something like that. That's been very helpful for them. So that's something we didn't see a lot of last week from Preston, is blitzing over on the defense.
Right. Yeah, so for the Preston Indians, they will look to continue to at least break what has become a 3-game losing streak dating back to last year. Of course, they lost the playoff game in Boise against Bishop Kelly, and they lost the final 2 games of the year before that, losing at home to Snake River, and then also losing to... Actually, no. I take it back. They lost to Snake River. They lost to Bishop Kelly, and then lost last week against Logan. That was right. So it's either way. It's a 3-game losing streak, and they look to break that and get back on the winning side here this evening. This has been the Ralph's Construction Halftime Report. We'll come back to second half just around the corner right here. You're listening and watching Preston High School football.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction, 435-232-1837.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
From sunup to sundown, we spend our time on the dairy, caring for cows and producing milk. And we also love being part of our tight-knit communities, being advocates for the kids in our schools, and being providers of safe, nutritious food for families around here and around the world. As your local dairy producers, we are more than farmers. We are Dairy West.
Across Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
Well, ready to start the second half here as the Indians and Tigers both back out onto the field as Preston will kick off. They'll kick off from left to right across your radio dial. In case you're not watching us tonight on the video stream.
Just a key thing, I think this first series of Jerome is going to be a key situation in this game. If we can stop them here, I really think that we'll have enough momentum to keep going.
Isaiah Smith will kick off. Back deep. Logan Worthington on the far side. And it's Garrett Ellison on the near side. This is going to go to Worthington. Worthington has it at the 10, to the 20. Gets up to about the 30, and he's gang tackled there and then hog-tied by several different Preston Indians. So first and 10 from right at the 30-yard line for the Tiger offense. So for Dalen Thompson, who was 6 of 8 in the first half for 76 yards and a couple of touchdowns, brings the offense back out here. And they'll immediately line up with trips to the left, single receiver right, and Caleb Kittle, the lone setback, will stand on Thompson's right shoulder. Thompson out of the shotgun, wants to throw, throws underneath to the right, makes the catch, and then hit immediately, and then barely able to squirm back to the line of scrimmage is the underneath receiver, as that goes to Jerome Wallace. So Wallace with his second catch of the night.
And Hunter Wright on the stop. First time we've called his name tonight, but he's sitting in that corner, or in the middle linebacker position. He came in and made that stop.
Second down and 10 as they now line up with twin receivers to either side. Again, Thompson out of the shotgun. Kittle switches sides, lineups on the left side. Thompson wants to roll left, looking left, throws. Worthington has it, hit and knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 7.
Yeah, so he'll be short, so it'll be 3rd and 3. But that was a good throw out into the flat.
Caden Bernard with the tackle, knocks him out of bounds. Third and 3 coming up here for the Jerome Tigers. Again, twin receivers to each side. Again, Kettle now motions, lines up on the right side. Thompson wants to roll right this time. Throws, and he's going to throw too far, too wide. Tried to go again to out to Wallace, but it's an incomplete pass, and they're going to bring up 4th down.
And it looks like they're going to go. Well, maybe they're bringing in the kicking team.
Here comes the punt team, as Gabe Anderson not only does the place kicking, but he also does the punting as well. I take it back. This is not Anderson. This will be Garrett Elson who will punt.
So watch a fake here. That's very possible.
Fourth
this
down about
speedster.
4 could be.
4th and only 4.
10:23 to play here in the third quarter, just underway in the second half. Elson will kick it away, high and over end. It's going to come down about the 40-yard line, take a Jerome bounce, and then Scotty Dunn gets out of the way of it, and finally Jerome will down the ball at the Preston 32. So they'll put it back into work right there.
Good decision where Scotty didn't call for a fair catch, but let it bounce and let them kill it. So maybe only would have got 5 more yards. It was a good high kick. Gave defense the kicking team plenty of time to get downfield.
So here's the Indians with a 3-point lead. Trips left, single receiver right. Iverson the lone setback. They'll give it to Iverson. Wants to bounce it outside. Breaks a couple of tackles. Gets across the 35 to the 36. And that'll be a gain of about 4 yards on the play.
They almost had him back just about to the line of scrimmage, but he was able to break one tackle and turn it upfield for about a 4-yard gain.
Second down and 6. Ty wants to throw it behind Garrett Ward again.
Yeah. Again, that's one of those hard throws, and it was behind Garrett. He didn't have much of a chance to catch that one. Virtually no airtime on that. That's how quick that ball was thrown.
Just a quick little slant pass. As for the second time tonight, he threw the ball behind Garrett. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 9:42 to play. Here in the third, Dan Hubbard along with John Slaughter at the home opener tonight. Garrett, or I should say High, wants to throw. He's got a man complete up to the midfield stripe as this is complete to Knapp.
Nice catch, but I have to give that one to Ty because he threw that fake like he was coming out here to onto the right side just on a screen, like almost a screen pass, but then hit Knapp striding right down the left side. So beautiful play and a nice catch by Gordon Knapp.
Ty goes over the 100-yard mark passing tonight. That's 107 through the air. Unofficially, of course, by our count. They'll go 3 receivers this time as they'll pull Harris back into the backfield along with Iverson. They stand on either shoulder of Hyde out of the shotgun. Fake, pitch to Harris. Harris kind of lowers his shoulders and to lose a yard trying to come around the right side. Ledesma on the stop for the Tigers. Second down and 11. As working the clock here a little bit is the Preston offense. Waiting finally for the play to come in from the sideline. As Ty will now settle back into the shotgun again. Looking left. He's got 3 receivers left. He's going to go deep down the middle. He's got Smith. He's got it down inside the 15 to the 13.
Nice catch by Smith and an excellent throw. Ty looked very comfortable making that throw. He sat back, waited for Smith to get out there deep enough, and then threw it over the top. Nice job. A nice pitch catch.
39-yard reception for the first down. Ball inside the 15. Isaiah did a good job getting in front of the defensive backs and able to turn that into a big gain. Inside Iverson. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Wilson on the stop. As give Iverson only about a half a yard on the play, so it's going to bring up second down and a long 9.
Tried to steal us a pizza.
Try harder. So trips right again this time for Preston. Iverson lines up on the right side of Ty. Single receiver left is Knapp. Ty wants to roll right, looking right. He's got all kinds of guys running around free in the end zone. That's going to be short. We got a flag coming in late over on the far side. The pass was incomplete as they tried to get it underneath to Harris. Now let's see what the flag is.
And it was trapped underneath Harris. It bounced just briefly before it got to him. A little bit harder throw or a little bit higher. It would have been a 6.
I didn't see what the indication was, but it's going to be against Jerome. They're looking over to the Preston bench to see what they want to do. Now they're talking to the Jerome captain, so now I don't know what they're going to call.
Yeah, I didn't see the indication. Illegal man downfield against Preston declined.
So it'll be second down and long. Check, that's third down and long.
They can get a first down. They're on the line to gain is on about the 2 or 2.5 yard line. So if we can get a first, but we'd rather go for the touchdown here. We need a touchdown here.
Ty's going to roll right again, looking toward the end zone, and that's just as his receiver Dunn slipped and fell trying to make a cut. And that was almost picked off as coming over was Jerome Wallace, and tried to play it on a bounce. It was done nowhere near the play because he'd slipped and fallen.
Yeah, that was a broken play. Well, Dunn went down, but he was rolling again to his right. He would have had to go across body to get anybody on the other side.
So they're going to bring out Scott Dunn to try to field goal here. They're going to spot it just short of the 20-yard line, so this will be officially a 29-yard attempt from straight away for Scott Dunn. It's high. Whoa, that's driven like a 2-iron, but wide to the right.
Yeah, I wasn't able to see it. I was trying to get it focused on the camera. Sorry, folks, but yeah.
Instead of high and just over the top of the crossbar like he had kicked several times, that was a low liner, and he hooked it just a little bit left.
The good news on that situation, we may have missed it, but there won't be a kickoff. Jerome will get the ball on the 12-yard line, I believe it is. Is it? No, it's 20-yard. Yeah, 20-yard line. So that's better than a kickoff.
That's probably almost one of their worst starting positions of the night.
Yeah, for Jerome it is. Yeah.
So 1st and 10. Thompson back out there with the Jerome offense. Direct snap goes to Thompson, rolling right. Puts his head down, runs right into the Preston defensive end over on that side. Going to give him a short gain. Give him a gain of 1, bring up 2nd down and 9. So a very short gain. Good pursuit by the Preston defense over on that side. Really strung it out where he really couldn't try to put his foot in the ground and then turn it upfield.
Yeah, Thompson's probably had 6 or 8 carries this game so far.
That was his 7th.
Yeah. That can wear out a quarterback in a hurry. A nice job by
fake inside. Thompson still got it. Throws underneath to Ellison, and it's caught up to the 35. Good for a 1st down.
Oh, I thought they had me faked out. I thought Ray Davis had a sack back there.
So Garrett Ellison, a gain of 15 and a 1st down. That's only the 6th 1st down of the game for the Jerome offense.
A little different from last week, I believe.
98 yards passing tonight for Thompson as well. Again, Ellison in motion. They'll give it to Ellison this time. Big hole off the right side. Gets across the 40 up to about the 43 before he's finally dragged down.
Boy, he had full head of steam that time on that run. He had a big hole. His line did a terrific job getting him free through the middle of the line.
Little jet sweep for Ellison as Liberty makes the tackle. Give him 7 on the play. Call it 2nd down and 3. Preston leads 17-14. Ellison again in motion. Hand off. Nope, this time Thompson again going to keep. As they get up near the 1st down yardage. And if they spot it by the linesman on this side, it should be a 1st down. He indicates yes that it is.
Yeah, the linesman on the other side, the field judge, he had it near the 45-yard line, and then he stepped back and neared the other lineman on this side.
So another 1st down here for Jerome. They've really tried to fake out the Preston defense now with that little cross game in the backfield as far as the running game goes. Thompson to throw. Thompson's going to go down, as a couple of them have him, as he goes down. And the first guy there to make contact with Thompson, trying to see the number.
58. Is he the first one there?
58 or 60 for the Preston Indians.
Yeah, they were both there. I didn't see who caught him first.
60 is Parker Gilbert. 58 is Brock Shamrick. And I apologize for butchering your name. But it's a big loss all the way back to the 39, and it brings up 2nd down and long.
Looks like about 16, maybe 17.
Yes. Trips left, single receiver right. Single running back in the backfield. They're going to flip it out to him, but a low throw and not able to bring it in as the pass was intended for Nathan Parsons the first time he had been targeted tonight.
And that was a good play by the Indians. Let me grab his number. Josh Reed. He's the one that come in, and the receiver heard footsteps even on that grass, I believe.
They've built a new press box. I understand they've been trying to build one for about 20-plus years here. Well, they've built the new press box over the summer, and I have one complaint. I'll tell you about it here in a second. Twin receivers to each side. Thompson to throw. Down the middle. Aaron out for Elson. He's got it, but he ripped it out of his hand.
Oh, well, that just showed his speed. He had a two-step lead on any defender on Iverson. No, it wasn't Iverson. It was number 3, Hunter Wright. He had a three-step lead on him, and that ball was just off his fingertips.
That's a tough play. That brings up 4th and long. And Elson, after running a wind sprint down the field, now has to come in and punt.
He's not running back there, that's for sure.
Almost a high snap. He had to go up and get it, gets it away. This is returnable for Dunn at the 35. Breaks a tackle, headed left to the 40. Throw up near midfield, run out of bounds at about the 48 of the Preston Indians. So a good run back by Scott Dunn. 1st and 10 for the Indians. They lead by 3, 17-14 with 3:36 to play here in the third quarter. They built the press box. They put a new cover on for the floor of the press box and built the structure up high at another level. My biggest complaint is there's no light under here to be able to see the stats and your stat sheet.
So we have a room upstairs we could go, but at these steps, if you saw, I tried to go up there and take a look earlier today, and I'll tell you, I was afraid to walk up that ladder. Yeah. And to have to pack this equipment up there would be a real chore.
Well, the building inspector has already told me they need to change out the steps, so that's coming. Ty pitches out wide. Iverson, they string it out, do the Tigers. Iverson cuts it back and gets back to the line of scrimmage. It looked like he was going to lose 5 or more yards, but he was able to get away and get back to the original line of scrimmage. In fact, they're going to give him a gain of about 2.
Yeah, that was kind of like you said, for a loss, because he was back. He had to cut all the way back to the other side, around, and got a block by Ty Hyde after the pitch.
That's 12 carries now for Iverson for 52 yards. Give it inside to Iverson this time. Straight ahead across midfield. Breaks a tackle. Gets up to the 45. Still on his feet to the 42.
Boy, what a tough run that was. He probably broke 4 or 5 tackles in there.
That's a gain of 11 and a first down. Just hard running right up the middle as Zay Davis is going to come in and replace him now.
Yeah, he's going to replace Iverson, give him a breather.
Well-earned break after breaking 5 or 6 tacklers, like you mentioned, John, right up the gut.
Yeah, and Zay Davis has been used as a blocking back right now. Let's see what play they have up their sleeve. Gives it to Davis.
Going to give it to him, gets across the 40, falls forward to the 38.
And I'd like to see him run the ball a little bit more, because I know he's a tough kid. He's my neighbor, lives across the street from me. I know he's a tough kid.
5-yard gain for Zay. Straight ahead, stays in the game. Trips right again for the Indians. Single receiver left. As Ty trying to get the defense to jump, now he'll look over the sidelines. The coaches will change the play.
I think they're going to go up top tonight.
They're going to throw it underneath to Harris, bobbled it, able to bring it in and fall forward as he slips through 3 different Tigers and gets up to the 40, or check that to the 36-yard line.
Maybe a 1-yard gain.
So again, Ty will look over toward the sideline, looking for a play.
Davis still in the backfield. Twins right, left.
Throw again to Dunn, who's behind him and a little high, and Scotty had to go through his hands, so it's incomplete. And it'll bring up
fourth down.
Fourth down coming up here.
And I think they'll go for it simply because they...
Kind of in that no man's land here.
Right.
And we're going to take a timeout. Coach Thorson wants a timeout to talk about it with the guys before they choose and decide on a play. So the timeout on the field, we'll take one here as well, back in 30 seconds. Preston up by 3 here in the third.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
4th and 5 for the Indians. From the Jerome 37-yard line. Ty fakes, looking deep. He's got Garrett Ward down the sidelines, and it's too long.
Yeah, Garrett kind of had to push off to get some room between him and the receiver, but he was looking for the ball, so he was kind of protecting himself. But then it slowed him down, and he wasn't able to keep running after the ball. But that ball was thrown high and deep and over the head of Garrett Ward.
So they'll turn it over on downs. Jerome will take over on their own 37. 1st and 10 from there. 1:02 to play here in the third. Tiger offense back on the field. Twins to each side. Lone running back, that is Cadle. Thompson again working out of the shotgun as he has all night. Looking. He'll throw out to the far side. Has a man. He'll be brought down at the 45 after a gain of about 7 yards as the pass was complete to Bingham.
Yeah, Preston got a little late jump on that throw there, though. It went to the secondary receiver. I thought they were going to go wide to the outside receiver, but they came inside and dumped it off to the guy in the slot.
Thompson goes over 100 yards passing for the night. He's now at 106. Again, twin receivers to each side. Fake the handoff. Thompson's going to run right. Picks up the first down and gets it just across the midfield stripe. As that'll stop the clock momentarily to move the chains after a gain of 8 on the run.
That receiver had a good, Thompson had a good block out there on the right side to give him that first down spot.
When the chains are spotted, they'll start the clock down to 12 seconds remaining here in the third. And Jerome doesn't look like they're in a big hurry to snap the ball. In fact, they're not. Both teams will start walking toward the sideline. So we're done with 3 here tonight. Preston still leads 17-14 here as we head to quarter number 4 here tonight in the home opener. We'll be right back. You're listening to Preston High School football. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's the end of a long day, and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsize, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
KACH.
Well, the first down play, the first play of the fourth quarter is handed off as it goes to Kittle, and Kittle will lose 3 yards on the play to bring up second down at about 13.
Again, they brought Isaiah Smith in on the blitz, and he was the first man there to reach him and put him down for a loss. Another good play by Isaiah Smith.
That's 6 carries for Kittle and only 17 yards tonight. Second down and 13. Little middle screen goes to Kettle, and they got him as soon as he catches the ball, and he's down in midfield, just short of the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to bring up third down and call it 11.
Yeah, as that ball came over the middle, Tate Rollins was the first man there to grab him. When he came down with the ball, Tate brought him right down to the ground, so only a gain of 2, but still second and third and 11.
So third down and long here for the Preston defense, a chance to get off the field. Thompson looking down the middle. He's got a man, but he's thrown it too far as he tried to get it again to his favorite target. That, of course, is Garrett Ellison, and it was too long, and it brings up fourth down. And a punting situation again.
So they're right at the 50-yard line. So, yeah, this is a kicking situation. I don't think I'd give Preston a chance to get the ball.
Scott Dunn waits all the way back at about his own 12-yard line.
Good time for a fake, too, so you got to watch that.
Elson will kick. Just a little pooch kick. This is going to go short, so Scott can't get a chance to return it, and it's going to roll dead at about the Preston 23. So first and 10 from there for the Preston offense again. As a good job by the defense to get off the field and get the offense back out there.
Yeah, that's very helpful because they didn't need to come off. Defense needs to have some time to get out there, and so the offense can rest. You know, both teams are throwing a lot. So there's a lot in a pass rush. That's a lot of work on the linemen too.
So here comes the Preston offense after a scoreless third quarter. 17-14, right where we were at halftime. Preston will send twins to each side. Lone setback in the backfield was high. That's Iverson. Little end around as this goes to Garrett Ward. They make contact with Garrett about the 25. He gets forward to the 27, so call it a gain of 4. It'll bring up second down and 6. Second carry of the night for Garrett. Again out of the shotgun. Inside handoff goes to Iverson. Breaks a couple of tackles, gets up to the 30. Falls forward and being pushed as well up to about the 31.
Yeah, that was kind of a war of just student body, you know, see who was the strongest. And they pushed him forward about 4 yards. So Preston won that one.
Give Iverson 5 more. That's 65 yards on 14 carries tonight for Andrew. He had 88 yards last week in the game against Logan.
Short gain here for Ty Hyde. Going straight up under center.
They'll call it 3rd and 2, and they get the defense to jump. As for the first time tonight, Ty lines up under center, and the big nose guard, Reiki Wilson,
That was a freebie there. That gave Preston the first down. That was a smart move. Smart call by the coach to change the play in the middle of his cadence to bring him up underneath. And they thought it was going to be a quick snap, and 78 jumped over.
13th first down of the game for the Indians tonight. Again, 3 receivers to the right. Bad snap. Ty has to fall on it. So Ty able to induce the offside penalty for the first down, and they give the 5 yards right back.
Yeah, and you know, that's a key position. Those snappers have to put that ball right where it needs to be. That takes a lot of practice. So, you know, and they are going to make mistakes, there's no doubt about it.
The loss of 6 on the play. Second down and 16 here for the Indians. They'll line up again with 3 receivers left.
Passing situation.
Fakes inside, throws underneath. That's complete across the 40-yard line as that one's to Scotty Dunn.
That ball was thrown so hard, I had to catch up. I couldn't catch up with it by the time he caught. I just seen an award go down.
That's a gain of 11 on the complete pass.
I wonder how hard they have to practice them hard throws coming at us, trying to catch those things. There's some zip on that ball.
Absolutely. Just the second catch of the night for Scotty.
Oh, was that done? I thought it was Ward.
No, Scott. Underneath to Dunn. 2 catches for a total of 26 yards receiving for Scott tonight.
Thank you.
Third down and 6. Give it to Iverson, coming left. Big hole across midfield to the 45. Still on his feet, 40, 35, 33, and drugged down from behind.
Nice run by Iverson as the handoff was perfect. Ty went in and put it in the bread basket. Looked like he was pulling it. I thought he was pulling it out, and it faked everybody, and Iverson kept it and come around the end. Good run.
That's 93 yards on the ground for Andrew Iverson tonight. First and 10, Preston from their own 33. Or check that, from the Jerome 33. As the handoff this time goes straight ahead again as they run into a crowd. That's Iverson.
Well, so you might have got away with one that time, but we're not letting you go through this time.
See, they give him maybe the length of the football is about all.
Iverson's about out of breath. Hope he can hang on for another 7 minutes. 6:45.
Second down and call it 10. Trips right again for Preston. Iverson stays in the backfield. Hyde spins out, comes left. Now he wants to run left. Looking down the middle. He's got a couple of men there. It's deflected up in the air and incomplete.
Sorry, folks, if you're watching this on the video. I was watching the throw, and because I thought he was going to run it. I thought Ty was going to run it, and then he threw it, and I didn't get the camera over there in time.
Harris was there. Dunn was there. The ball hit off of someone's hand and deflected straight up in the air. And Preston's lucky the ball wasn't intercepted. They got a penalty flag down. And once again, another illegal man downfield penalty here against the Indians.
Yeah, that happens when Ty goes in. He stopped like he was going to throw, and then he looked like he was going to run, and then his receivers go downfield, and then he throws it. That happens.
That little mental clock starts to run. As a lineman, you count to about 3 and then release and head downfield. That's just the third penalty of the night against the Indians. Second down and 15. Inside handoff again to Iverson as he gets back across the 35 and he's stacked up there. That'll be another gain of 5 for Iverson. That puts him over the 100-yard mark tonight. Nope, puts him right at it, I should say. 98 yards.
That'll make it 3rd and 10, so it's 2 downs to convert here. And again, we haven't been that successful on 3rd down, but now's the time.
Neither team has. Between the two teams tonight, believe it or not, they are 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversion attempts. Or 0 for 10, I should say, between the two. High, he's too tall again for Scott Dunn. Ty upset with himself, hits himself in the helmet several times, as that'll bring up 4th down and 10. See what they want to do here.
Looks like they brought in a different ball, so it could be a kicking ball.
Smith is out on the field.
Yep, they're going to go for it.
They'll go for it, so they'll line Knapp and Smith wide out left. Garrett and Dunn wide right.
Zay Davis in the backfield.
Hyde is going to roll left. They got him, but he's going to throw it anyway, and almost complete to Smith and out of bounds. Just off his fingertips, as Ty did a good job to get out away from the rush and get the pass off, but it's going to be a turnover on downs for the second time tonight.
Yeah, I was watching Ty, and as he came around, I thought he was going to end up running it because he didn't have a receiver open, and he stopped quick and threw it. Camera didn't go with him.
Preston now 1 for 4 on 4th down conversion attempts tonight. They'll turn the ball over. It'll become Jerome ball at their own 34 with 5:34 to play in the game. 3-point game. Preston on top, 17-14.
Big stop here is needed.
Thompson looking, now throws and throws it away. Boy, there's nobody within 15 yards of that throw.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure he was out of the pocket.
That throws toward the sidelines. Elson's the closest receiver, and he's standing in between the hash marks.
Yeah,
So incomplete pass.
He was almost tackled. We had a hold of his jersey. Preston had a hold of his jersey. I didn't see who it was, but yeah, they almost had him sacked back there about 5 yards deep.
Handoff. Going to go. That's Parsons. Parsons going to get near a 1st down before they can finally bring him down up to the 44-yard line.
I believe that's his first carry.
You are correct, sir.
And yeah, that was kind of I think he went in thinking, well, they're going to give it to somebody else. Oh, holding call.
So nullify the 1st down. Take the yardage off the board as well on the holding call.
It's like getting paid and then have to return your money. That hurts.
Absolutely.
Had a 1st down and everything.
That'll move the ball back 10 yards and be 2nd down and 20 coming up. So 2nd and 20. 5:18 to play. Neither team has scored here in the second half as they throw it outside here to Bingham. Spins out of a tackle, and Smith has to come across from his safety spot and make the tackle after a gain of 18.
I was going to say that was close to a 1st down.
Third down and 2 coming up here for Jerome. Four catches for Bingham tonight now for 62 yards. 4:40 to play. Again, Thompson out of the shotgun. Here they come after him again. Here comes Smith from behind. He can't get there as that's going to be too tall and out of bounds.
Yep. Isaiah Smith came in on a blitz again. Came up and he almost had him, but he got a little bit of a block for Thompson in the backfield. And so he was unable to get there, but another good call on the blitz there.
Thompson 12 of 18 for 146 tonight. And nothing as big as right now, 4th down and 2 to try to keep the ball with 4:29 to play.
They don't want to give it up. I think you can see a quarterback keep here. I think they're going to try and get it right up the middle.
Two receivers either side. Thompson going to throw, and he throws it behind Elson, incomplete.
You know, I question that call because you got a big quarterback, athletic quarterback, and a great runner on Ellison. Why not put him in and go for the 4 yards? either way, they lose the yardage right there. So that puts Preston in his prime position right here.
So after Preston turned the ball over on downs, Jerome does the same thing. So it's 1st and 10 for Preston as they start in plus territory at the Tiger 42-yard line. 4:23. With all the passes they threw on that sequence, they only ran about 15 seconds off the clock.
Right. Well, and I think that was maybe part of the plan there is get to Preston to give him the ball back, have time to get the ball back.
Hyde gives to Iverson. They got Iverson by the shirt. He's dragging the man for 6-7 yards.
Iverson, that kid had a hold of his shirt jersey. That's the one that's still on his back because he had that. He was literally dragging the tackler with him.
That was Isaac Peters holding on for dear life.
And Peterson's not a small kid either.
It ends up being a gain of 1 on the play, but Peterson went for a ride for about 6.
Harris on the carry.
Harris gets his another carry tonight. That's going to be no gain back up to the line of scrimmage. Be 3rd down and about 9. Again, the clock will run down to 3:20 to play.
They're going to try and take as much time off the clock as they can in between plays. Preston is anyway, and probably run the ball here.
That would make sense. Hyde going to throw, pump fake. Now he's in trouble and he's going to go down. All the way back at midfield, a big loss. That's a loss of 8 on the play. And to bring up 4th down all the way back at the midfield stripe.
I can't outguess the coaches, but yeah, even though they didn't throw the ball, it's not incomplete. It did take some time off the clock. But now it's 4th down, and they don't have a chance for a first.
Well, the clock will continue to run here as they run the punt team out.
Yeah, they'll try to pin them back deep.
2:35 to play. Isaiah Smith into punt, stands at his own 36-yard line. Fills it on a bounce, gets the punt away. Just takes a pretty good bounce. And will bounce out of bounds right at, we call it the 21-yard line of Jerome, and that's where they'll put it back into play with 2:16 left on the clock. 3-point lead for Preston as we play here in the 4th.
You know, this is the most crucial point of the game right here. 2:16. A lot can happen in 2:16 when you've got a team as good as Jerome is. Preston's really going to have to be on their heels.
Yep, absolutely.
Or on their toes. Probably more toes than heels.
Don't forget the full replay of the West Side game coming up as soon as we are done here tonight. So stay tuned for that. As Thompson, we're going to put 4 receivers into the pattern, 2 to each side. Lone setback. That is Kittle standing back there with Thompson. Out of the shotgun. Thompson wants to throw. Down the middle. Oh, look out. Little incidental contact, and now the late flag comes in. Iverson, I was waiting for that. Iverson ran into the receiver.
He was looking at the ball. I don't understand why there was a penalty there because he was looking at the ball. The receiver did hold up. So I don't know. I don't think that should have been a penalty, personally.
So the pass interference call moves the ball 15 yards. Automatic first down. 4 penalties tonight against Preston for a total of 30 yards. 1st and 10 from the Jerome 36 now. 2:10 to play. Again, 4 wides, 2 to each side. Thompson wants to throw. Looking. He's going to go deep. He's got a man, but it's too long. Tried to get it again to Jerome Wallace. And I don't know if you noticed Isaiah Smith, who threw his hands up and pulled up. Just
right
in front of the official, just so he would see that he wasn't going to run into him.
Well, and the receiver went down on his own. Isaiah Smith would have run over him if he hadn't tried to stop.
They're trying to draw penalties. You knew that you could see he wasn't going to be able to catch the pass, and just let me take a dive here and see if we can get lucky 2 plays in a row.
Yeah, I don't think I would agree with that one on that flag.
Clock stops with 2:03 on the incomplete pass. Thompson wants to throw again, looking across the middle, too tall, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted as Preston has it still on his feet, up to the 30, running down the sidelines up to the 35-yard line. As Preston's able to come away with the ball.
Who intercepted that? That was number 3, wasn't it?
That's Hunter Wright with the interception.
Good timing for that. That's right.
Gets the ball all the way up to the 27. Good return after the turnover. That's the second turnover of the night for Jerome. And once again, Preston's handed a big gift. Once again, here with 1:50 to play.
And we're going to have to at least try to move the ball, maybe even 1 first down, because they can't just knee it down. Because it won't start on the snap right now on the turnover.
Look, Jerome's going to burn timeouts here as well.
Yeah, that's true. So they're going to have to try and make something out of these next few plays. 150 still a lot of time on the clock. No mistakes here.
2 receivers to either side. Iverson the lone setback. They'll give it to Iverson. Wants to bounce it out left. Gets it around the corner, and he's knocked out of bounds. So you've got to stay in bounds. You need the clock to run. They're going to have a bounce with 1:44 to play.
We're going to have a holding call against Preston.
So nullify the game, push it back 10. Looks like he said number 6 has a holding call against Isaiah Smith. So they'll move the flag back.
It'll be a loss of 5 yards, but it'll still be first down. They ran 6 seconds off the clock, so it's kind of a short plus there.
It's actually a loss of 10.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Pushes the ball all the way back to the 38. So the Indians want a timeout here with 1:44 to play. As Coach Thorson goes out, he's standing in the middle of the huddle, talking to his team. Now stops and wants to talk to Smith and to Matt both. Before he comes back onto the field, the Jerome defense still stands over on their side of the field as well. Now they slowly start to make their way back out into the middle of the field. Preston up by 3 with 1:44 to play here in the third, trying to break a 3-game losing streak. They'll send twins to each side. Referee says we're ready, let's play. Iverson remains in the backfield. Hyde out of the shotgun. And now they'll step up and they'll kill the play. So they'll go to the other play that was called.
Tried to pull them off sides. Get some yardage back.
Give it again to Iverson up the middle. Big hole, bounces it outside, cuts it back. 20, 15, 10. Stays on the field of play down at the 5.
If you wanted to experience some adrenaline and pure desire to get to the goal line, now Iverson showed it right there. He was not going to be denied.
That's a gain of 33. Gives Iverson 131 yards on the night, and a timeout taken by Jerome with 1:30 to play. First and 10 Preston. We come back. Ball at the 5. We're back in 30 seconds.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
KACH. KACH.
Waiting for both sides to come back. The timeout. Here comes Preston back onto the field. First and goal from the, looks like the 5-yard line.
Great options for Thorson here. He's got a ton of options right here. This is first and 6.
They'll give it to Iverson, coming left again. Goal line, touchdown.
That's an insurance touchdown right there. Yeah, that was big. That series from Preston was big.
5-yard run makes it 23-14. Here comes Scott Dunn to try to add on the extra point. That's the first score of the second half for either side.
You know, and I know Iverson was rewarded for that play before that, for him to run that in, but he has the adrenaline for it, so he's ready for it.
Scott Dunn to kick. There's the snap. The kick is
no
up,
good.
And it is good. So with 1:24 to play, Preston goes back up by 10. 24-14. Indians lead. Back to the kickoff right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
KACH. KACH.
Well, as we mentioned in the open of the game, over the last 10 years, in games played here, Preston is 20 games under 500, 13-33, but they're looking to pick one up here tonight. 10-point lead with 1:24 to play. Smith's kickoff is deep. It comes down to Elson at the 8. Wants to cut it back across the middle of the field. He's neck collared there by Iverson and drugged down.
You know, interesting. Coaches put Iverson right here on the far left side here on this side of the field, and you can just tell with his adrenaline, he went down and made that tackle. They put him in right at the last second, took number 3 out.
So first and 10. Tigers back out on the field, 1:17 to play. Trips left again for Jerome. Kettle the setback. Bad snap is over his head. Has to chase it all the way back, and the ball is loose at the 5-yard line, and Preston got it. Third turnover of the night. Preston ball inside the 5 with 1:10 to play.
You know, I just saw a great sportsmanship thing right there. Ty Hyde went up to Thompson and says, hey, that's unfortunate. You know, Thompson's just kind of shaking his head. The ball was bad snapped. It was a bad snap. So it wasn't Thompson's fault there, but what a great act of sportsmanship on Hyde.
Nope, Cy knows that because he's had a couple of balls snapped over his head tonight as well.
That's true. Both centers have had struggles tonight.
So it looks like the Indians are taking another timeout here as Hyde comes to the sidelines to talk to Thorson. Yeah, indeed. Now he does want a timeout.
Yeah, I think what he'll do is go up under center. The first one, maybe just try to dive forward, but they'll try to run the clock out now. You don't want to chance the ball in the air.
Yep. So just let the clock run, keep it on the ground. If Jerome has any timeouts left, let them burn them up.
Yeah, I think they only have one left, if one.
So as we mentioned, 3-13 is the home record for the Indians over the past 20 years. The only time, or last 10 years, I should say, the only 13 and 33 over the last 10 years. The only time during that time they had a winning record was in 2010 when they were 5-1 at home. That's it. That's the only time they had a winning record.
Wow. I believe that was back when the Rawlings boys were playing.
Unfortunately, the road record isn't much better over the last 10 years.
That's true.
So 1st and 10.
But we still love them.
Absolutely. Ty's going to work out of the shotgun. 2 wides, Iverson the lone setback. 1:10 to play as the Indians lead by 10. Iverson coming left again, cuts it back up, gets inside the 5 to the 4, and he's knocked down from behind as coming over to make the tackle is J.W. Jones, the junior.
Yeah, that was a good saving tackle. I'm surprised they ran Iverson there. I really am.
20 carries unofficially for Iverson for 137.
Nice game. Great game.
So now they're going to go tight inside. Tight end. As now they snap the ball to Ty, who's just standing and watching, and now he'll take a knee, and the clock will run.
And it'll run out. They don't have to snap it again.
22 seconds.
Yeah.
Thorson's yelling at his team to come back to the sideline, and it looks like they must not have any timeouts left as the clock is going to run out. Down to 10, and for Preston, they are going to even their record at 1-1 as they come home for the first home game of the year and pick up an impressive victory here tonight as they beat Jerome by the final score of 24-14. We invite you to stay tuned for the postgame show. It's coming up next. Is Preston able to pick up a win here tonight?
Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, with Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, all available right here in Preston. By Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. By Stokes Market, True Value. By Ralph's Construction, building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community of Preston. By Webb Funeral Home, just off Highway 91 at the south end of the city of Preston. By Valley Implement. By Preston Auto Parts CarQuest on State Street in downtown Preston. By Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. By Idaho Salvage, where you can turn your scrap metal into cash. By S&T Electric. And by MyLocalRadio.com. Now stay tuned for the postgame show. Coming right up.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
When the time finally comes to deliver your new little one, the comforts of home are vital. Franklin County Medical Center understands, and that's why the new maternity suites are designed with a warm family atmosphere, spacious rooms complete with sleeping accommodations for your partner, and state-of-the-art birthing equipment. At Franklin County Medical Center, your new arrival will be welcomed into the world safely, and the expert staff will ensure you're relaxed and comfortable. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
Following a nice win on the road, the Preston Lady Indians volleyball team return home and look for another win as the Pocatello Indians come to town this Tuesday night. The Lady Indians are playing well under new head coach Kalaska Haskell and look for community support in this rivalry game against Pokey. You can be part of all the action. Catch the game live on KACH 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and the video feed on mylocalradio.com.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard.
Well, welcome back. As tonight the Preston Indians pick up an impressive win as they knock off the Jerome Tigers, scoring the only points of the second half and win it by the final score of 24-14. John Slaughter. Last week it was the arm of Ty High. Tonight it was the legs of Andrew Iverson.
Yeah, it's those two definitely have the talent to do what they need to do, and I really think Preston took what Black Jerome was giving them. So good work by both men tonight. Actually, I was impressed with both of them. In fact, I was impressed with a number of them, a number of the Indians tonight. So
good balance offensively. Ty was able to, of the 12 balls he completed, was able to pass them around pretty well. The only one that had more than 2 catches on the night was Cole Harris.
Right. So yeah, they spread it out a little bit. They gave Iverson a couple of breaks. Zay Davis came in and made a couple of good runs. So it kept Jerome on their heels.
It most certainly did. So for Preston, they led 17-14 going into halftime, and then they got the only score of the second half after Iverson had busted loose on a big run of 33 yards, got the ball down to the 5 on the next play. He ran it in 5 yards for the score.
Right. So that really helped Preston, in that boost. And that turnover at the end there by Jerome was a big thing, missed snap. So, that put some momentum into Preston's box.
Yep. So Ty throws for a couple of touchdowns, Iverson runs for one, and Preston levels their record now 1-1 on the year with a 24-14 win here tonight. With the loss, Jerome is now 1-1 on the year as well. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at the stats from tonight's game. We'll do all that as we continue right after this.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
Whether a loved one passes suddenly and much too soon or after a long and fruitful earthly journey, the families of Northern Cache Valley have known for years they can rely on sensitive and professional care from Webb Funeral Home. Now in their beautiful full-service facility on the south side.
Look at them here real quick. It's for Jerome. I should say first for Preston as we recap the scoring. In the first quarter of tonight's game, the Jerome Tigers got on the board first as it was a... break out the flashlight here so I can read my notes. A 21-yard scoring pass from Thompson to Walker. The extra point made it 7-0. The Indians came right back on their next possession and tied the game. 14-yard touchdown pass from Ty High to Cole Harris. The extra point made it 7-7. Field goal by Scotty Dunn made it 10-7, a 25-yard field goal. In the second quarter, Ty High picked up his second touchdown pass of the night, a little 2-yard toss to Isaiah Smith. The extra point made it 17-7, and that headed down into the last couple of minutes of the first half. Jerome got back to within 3 points with a minute left to play in the first half. A 23-yard scoring pass from Thompson to Bingham. The extra point made it 17-14 going into the break. Scoreless third quarter, and then the only scoring of the second half after the two teams exchanged 3 and outs. Preston had the ball at about the 35-yard line, and it was Andrew Iverson who broke off a run of 33 yards, got down to about the 5-yard line, and the next play ran it in off the left side for a touchdown, and it made it 23-14. The extra point made it 24, and that's the way the game ended. As far as stats go, Ty Hyde was 12 of 20 on the night for 157 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Running the ball, Ty carried the ball 3 times, but for negative numbers. I take that back. He carried the ball 5 times for 3 yards total. Andrew Iverson, total of 20 carries for 137 and a touchdown. Garrett Ward carried it twice for 9 yards. Harris carried it once for 1, and Zay Davis carried it once for 5. Receiving, Scott Dunn with a couple of catches for 26 yards total. Isaiah Smith caught 2 for 43 yards and a touchdown. Garrett Ward had 1 catch tonight for a total of 10 yards. And Cole Harris caught 5 for a total of 41. The Indians grounded out 16 first downs, but really had a hard time on third down as they were 0 for 7 on third down conversion attempts tonight. They did all of their work on first and second down, and they were even 1 for 4 on fourth down tonight. For Jerome, for Dalen Thompson, he finished the game 12 of 18 passing for 176 and a couple of touchdowns. Caleb Kettle carried the ball a total of 6 times for only 17 yards. Remember, he had over 200 yards last week, so the Preston defense did a great job keeping him balled up.
Right, they keyed on him. They shut him right down. Basically, I feel like they did a good job just shutting him down.
Nathan Parsons carried the ball once for 11. Dalen Thompson, the quarterback, kept it 9 times for 25 yards. And even Garrett Ellison had 1 carry for a total of 8 yards. So that's the way the stats looked for the game here tonight. And it was a great contest, but for Preston, just a little bit better in the end.
You know, I've always enjoyed close games, you know, because you never know what the outcome is going to be. You can't predict it.
Absolutely.
Like last week, you know, we kind of knew Logan was going to win, and they stayed ahead. They scored pretty easily. But you know, tonight I thought these teams really were pretty well evenly matched. When you think about it, the percentages, Thompson had just a little bit better percentage than Ty Hyde, but you know, I thought both teams did very well. You know, both defense and offense. There were highlights on both sides.
Exactly, highlights on both sides, and certainly hope you enjoyed our broadcast tonight. We'll take one final break. We'll come back and wrap it up and tell you what's coming up next week for the Indians. We'll do all that right after this.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
It's the end of a long day, and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any Limbic Arc logo.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The job stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
KACH.
Well, for the Indians able to pick up a win, John Slaughter, glad to have you with us tonight, and we'll get the final thoughts from you on the game here tonight.
Okay, well, my thoughts on the game is this: it was a teeter-totter possession for both teams. Preston down from the loss last week, and Jerome up with a 41-win victory. Is it possible they overlooked Preston just a little bit? I don't know. It's hard to say because I thought both teams were pretty even to teeter out. But Preston's got a good advantage now because they can go into practice with confidence and build on for next week. Jerome is on the other things. They've got to lift themselves up. They've got a tough week ahead of them because they've got to come back thinking, we're pretty good, and then they get beat by Preston, who lost. So that's a tough comeback for next week. But I'm very happy for the Indians tonight. It felt good to be here. And if you're listening to this broadcast, you want to come down and see Preston live. It's a great thing to see. Beautiful field. It's just exciting to be here.
Yep. And they will be back home in a couple of weeks. So we thank you again, and we'll talk to you next Friday when we're on the road. Okay. That'll wrap up tonight's broadcast. Our next week, the Preston football team will be on the road as they will travel to Twin Falls, and they will be facing the Canyon Ridge Riverhawks, who Preston defeated last year by a score of 38-24 at a game here in Preston. The pregame show will get underway next week at 6:30. Kickoff is at 7, and you can hear the game right here on 105.5 FM and on AM 1340 KACH. I take it back. You can hear the audio side, on the internet at mylocalradio.com. There'll be no video next week. Our next broadcast of Preston volleyball is Tuesday night from here at Preston Gym, as the Lady Indians will play host to the Pocatello Indians here at Preston Gym. First serve of that match is at 7:30, and we also will have that coverage for you here on mylocalradio.com, as well as on the radio at 105.5 FM and AM 1340 KACH. So that'll wrap up tonight's broadcast of Preston High School football. The executive director of Preston Broadcasting Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator tonight was John Beverly. Until Tuesday, I'm Dan Hubbard, reminding you of the final score as Preston beats Jerome by the final score of 24-14. Enjoy your weekend, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.